You know, just seeing Jared Sloss out there, I now have the Paw Patrol theme song stuck in my head.
We're missing a car out there. I'm trying to see who it is.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I see the 07, the 46, the 8, the 03. Who are we missing? Yep, we have
71.
It. Oh, no. Dranoski, our pole sitter.
Had trouble in hot laps, so probably still dealing with some problems there in the pits.
Well, that's not good. But what is good, we're green flag racing off of turn number 1. Off into turn number 1, I should say. Off of turn 4, green flag comes out. Into turn number 1 we go. We got Katie DeVries to the high side. She's going to try and make the high side run work for her. Down the back straightaway, it's a 3-car battle for the race lead into turn number 3.
As we work into turn 3, Katie DeVries now trying to get the car to turn. As they come off of turn number 4, Katie DeVries, a lot of feature wins in that 8K machine, and she's down to the point. As they come off turn number 2, Osler now looking for that second place spot on the 07, followed by the 04Z of Zach Van de Kieft. Working off turn number 4, DeVries still your race leader.
Van de Kieft trying to hold the door closed on the 07. Oh, contact as it go into turn number 1. The 07 of Osler dove it in hard. Gave a little right side rub into the 04 of Van de Kieft. And down the back straightaway, Van de Kieft gets a spot back. More trouble down the back stretch as the 03 gets spun around by Renault, but is able to get back on the gas and keep us clean and green.
As we are still lean, mean, and green. Black flag displayed to the 46 S of Jared Sloss. As Katie DeVries with a commanding lead, Osler now looking to the outside of Van de Kieft again. As we work off turn number 4, green in the air, 2 to go.
2 laps to go, and Van de Kieft is still trying to hold off the hound dog that is Osler. As they go into turn number 1 and 2, off of turn number 2, Osler's going to run the high side, try to chase down Van de Kieft. Van de Kieft holding your second place position as they head into turn number 3. As we see the white high in the air, 1 lap to go. Katie DeVries, your race leader, as they're still side by side for second.
And side by side for second, best battle out on the track right now. As they work off of turn number 2, coming into turns 3 and 4. Katie DeVries will be your heat race winner. Second still up for grabs. Great racing as they come off of 4. Who's it gonna be? Wow, that was too close to call. Let's see what the live timing has to say.
Live timing says Katie DeVries was the only transponder working.
Yes, yes.
Gonna rely on the scorers up top over there, right behind the flag stand to see who got that one. Heat race number 2 in your IMCA Sport Compacts, brought to you by Seabisma Graphics. C's on the pole. James Brewer out of Wyndham in the 3B, and to his outside, Daniel Isker out of Wyndham in the 47S.
28C, Christopher Van de Kieft from Westbrook, Minnesota to the inside. Jason Bolte from Odin, and the 29X to the outside.
Rebel Racing's 38S, Kyle Reed out of Norfolk rounds out the field as we take the green flag, and we're off into turn number 1. Through turns 1 and 2, Brewer in the, sorry, that's Bolte who took the heat race lead right off the bat as he goes into turn number 3. He's got another car there. I'm trying to read the number, trying to see who bobbled, but Bolte's going to be your heat race winner. Kyle Reed coming from the outhouses now, knocking on the back door. That is Sloss in second. Sloss trying to hold off Kyle Reed as they come off of turn number 2.
Isker, you mean, in the 47, as Kyle Reed to the outside of Isker as they work through turns 3 and 4. Kyle Reed up to second, normally runs the New Raceway Park in Jefferson, South Dakota on Sundays. Figured, hey, let's go to Minnesota and run on a Saturday. How about that? As Jason Bolte, still your race leader, Kyle Reed looking to hunt him down in the 38S.
Isker running in that 3rd position has Sloss on the back door. That's why I said Sloss. A little confusing there. Sorry for that, but it is Isker in your 3rd place spot as Kyle Reed is running the high side, trying to chase down the 29 of Bolte.
As Kyle Reed on a full head of steam off turn number 2. Now into turns 3 and 4, Bolte trying to get the car to rotate as you've got Kyle Reed looking to the inside. 2 to go this time by. Reed almost to the back bumper as he is back on the gas real quick in that 38S. And look at him go off of turn number 2 into turn number 3, Ryan.
Reed has found something on the high side of turns 1 and 2, but runs down to the low side through 3 and 4, and he's going to start pulling side by side with Bolte. White flag is out. We got 1 lap to go. Does he have anything as he runs down the low side? Bolte drives down off the high side to get that run going, but one last set of corners to go, and Cal Reed is going to try and make his move. Into turn 3 they go. He's on the low side. Bolte's on the high side, but Bolte's going to have the momentum, and he's going to take your Heat 2 win.
As Kyle Reed will have to settle for second here in heat race number 2. Daniel Isker in that 3rd place spot, followed by Christopher Van Kieft, and the 3B of James Brewer. Our lineup here.
We've checked My Race Pass, and we haven't seen him pop onto My Race Pass either, so we are not aware of who the 47P
Well,
is.
we can find out.
Ah, yes, you do have a radio. Well, as you try to figure that one out, we're going to go green flag racing here off of turn number 4. Bussinger, your pole sitter, sets the tone, and Stubby looks him over. Green flag is out. We're underway in heat race number 1 of your hobby stocks. Into turn 1 they go. They had a 3-wide moment for a little bit as Malik Sampson looks to the inside of Strandberg, takes over the 2nd place spot over Strandberg, and now 3 cars are battling for not last, but Sampson's going to look to the inside of Bussinger. Bussinger to the high side, the middle line through turns 3 and 4, trying to hold them off as they take another lap. And Bussinger barely holding on to the race lead as Malik Sampson's trying to charge on the bottom side. Off of turn number 2 they go. Malik looks a little faster down in turn number 3. He has the lead over Bussinger.
As we work into turns 3 and 4, off of 4, Sampson with the race lead in the 27th car. Bussinger had a great run Monday night and looking for another great run here in the 01G. Followed by the 47, Jaden Strandberg in the J3K, and Nick Schilling, your top 5. Allers sits in the last place spot as we work off of turn 4. Sampson still your race leader.
Sampson, your race leader over Bussinger. We got a battle for the 4th spot between that is Strandberg and Schilling battling side by side for 4th position. Allers rounding out your final spot as a little bobble with Strandberg and Schilling. Schilling's going to get the position over Strandberg. Strandberg's going to try to mount a charge back as the 47's going to look to the high side of Bussinger, trying to get that run down the back straightaway. Battle for second starting raging on.
As they come to turns 3 and 4, battle for second indeed. Bussinger has the low line and protecting the bottom side as they work off a turn number 4. White flag is out one more time around. Sampson looking for checkers this time by, and he'll see him fly high in the air. Battle for second. Give it to the 47G.
Once again, that is a 76A of Ashley into the inside, and Ernie Daly to his outside on the front row. You look like you're going to say something, Scotty.
I'm just going to see our cameraman Bobby over there. How you doing, Bobby? You doing all right? Thumbs up. All right.
It's much warmer today than it was last week.
Much warmer today than it was last night.
You're not wrong there.
Big change in temperature.
Big change in temperature and big change in pace about to happen as we come off of turn number 4. Green is out. We are back underway in heat race action. Ash to the inside. He's going to see Ernie Daly right around the outside, take the race lead as the 91 of Chris Crook, and a drive down the outside as we got 3 wide down the back straightaway. The 18 in the middle. Parker Larson trying to go to the inside of Krug. Off of turn number 4, 14 of Ernie Daly is your race leader.
Daly has the race lead. A little bit of smoke on a 91 of Krug as they work through turns 1 and 2. As here comes Larson to the back bumper of the 91 on the binders to avoid contact. Now John Ross looking to the 76 to the inside of Ashy. As look who's making the high side work, Ryan. That is 18L Larson. As Krug, meanwhile, trying to battle for the race lead. Tries to dime in the corner. Ernie Daly, a little bit of push side by side for the lead off of 2.
Battle for the lead off of 2. Chris Krug going to look to the inside into turn number 3. Ernie Daly's got company in that 91 of Chris Krug. Oh, we got a little contact out of turn number 4. Side by side, get a little hook inside for him, and then we're going to keep it clean and green. Down the front straightaway, Ross gets a position over Larson. Larson going to try to battle back. And meanwhile, we have a battle for the race lead side by side for first, side by side for third. Into turn number 3 they go. Chris Krug to the low side on Daly. Ross to the inside of Larson now for turn number 4. Side by side for the lead with Krug and Daly.
As we got 2 laps to go, Krug to the inside of Daly through 1 and 2. As Larson to the outside of Ross into the advantage off turn number 2 that time. Krug, your new race leader, down on the bottom side of the racetrack. White flag is out one more time around as Daly trying to fight to get that lead back. As Larson looks to the outside, whips that thing into turns 1 and 2, keeps his foot in it, and he will have that 3rd place spot. As it is wreckers or checkers this time by Krug will pick up the heat race win. And coming in second will be Daly, Larson, Ross, and Ashe, your finishing order.
Side by side racing for first and third throughout that race. Good set of action between Daly and Krug. Krug winning out on that one. Then a battle between Ross and Larson. Larson winning that battle. Shotgun on the field out of Spencer, Iowa. Here's the 8J of Jay DeVries. 5 cars for many laps around here in your heat race action. Heat race number 3, your final heat race of the night.
Want to remind you, good ladies and gentlemen here in the grandstand, no smoking in the grandstand. If you need to light one up, head on over to the left side, north end of the grandstand, or out in the grandstand parking lot. As we're lighting the fires here in heat race number 3. Final qualifying action here tonight. As Aaron Betts, your race leader, the 25 car, out to the early race lead, Lunenburg. Right behind him on the low side, Jay DeVries coming from the back row, battling for second now with Blake Lunenburg down the front stretch into turn 1.
A little bump to the rump goes Jay DeVries to the back end of Blake Lunenburg as he's going to go to the high side around turn number 2. Corey Gromwald held up a little bit from Palmentera, getting a slow start on that one, so now he's got to work his way back around. In turns 3 and 4 they go. Blake Lunenburg's going to look to the inside of Aaron Betts as now Gromwald's looking to the inside of Jay DeVries. 4 cars close to him to run for your race lead, but we got a side-by-side battle for the lead. Side-by-side battle for third once again down the backstretch.
Lunenburg to the inside rear quarter of the 25. Up Betts a little too loose. Lunenburg a little too tight. As it will be Betts at the flag stand. Followed by Jay DeVries and Corey Gronwald. Gronwald trying to dive in the corner, could not get the run that he needed. Now he'll find the gas pedal down to the inside rear corners. We're side by side for the race lead now, as it is a 16X of Lunenburg. Looking for to lead off of 4, almost 4 wide there, Ryan, as Lunenburg your race leader.
Your new race leader is Blake Lunenburg as we got a 4-pack of cars battling for that front spot. Once again, a little tap to the backside goes Jay DeVries to Blake Lunenburg as Lunenburg's to the inside of Betts. Inside of Betts goes Jay DeVries now as he tries to find his way around. Blake Lunenburg secures that lead spot. Is now a battle for second, races on between Betts and DeVries.
Working through turns 1 and 2 with 1 lap to go. Can Lunenburg hold him? As DeVries a little tap to the rear of the 25. Now to the inside goes the 8J. As Gronwald sits in that 4th place spot. Checkers coming out for Blake Lunenburg. It will be Betts, followed by DeVries and Gronwald at the line. Wow.
Good 4-pack of cars battling for those front spots, giving you action in heat races. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your parade and wave lap. Pick a driver, cheer him on as we're going to be going green flag racing off of turn number 4 next time by. Once again, James Brewer is not going to be choosing the pole position. That's going to move Zach Vanderkeep to the pole position. That puts Daniel Isker to the outside. Everybody gets shuffled up a little bit as down the backstretch we go. Pace picks up a little bit. And we're going to be coming to green, this time off of turn number 4.
In the apex of turns 3 and 4, green flag up and out per Chiefs daughter Matt Stubbe. And Jason Bolte in the 29X looking for a piece of the race lead right off the bat. Isker high in the marbles, keeps the wheels underneath him. Oh, contact with Kyle Reed. Hang on to it, buddy. As Kyle Reed now looks to the inside of Katie DeVries now through turns 3 and 4. Out with a race lead, though, it's the 04Z.
Isker got all sorts of bobble coming off of turn number 2 as he was way up to the high side, losing it a little bit, played a little bumper cars between the 28C of Christopher Vandekeep, but to the inside of the other Vandekeep, just Bolte to the inside. DeVries and Bolte have made their way from the back of the pack, along with Reed, down knocking on the door of the lead. New race leader into turn number 1.
Osler there as well in the 07 cars. Bolte now the race lead. DeVries right behind him. Vandekeep to the outside. Here comes Kyle Reed now the inside of Osler off turn number 2. You got a 3-car battle for the lead. Katie DeVries looking for a little more insurance. And a tap to the back bumper of Jason Bolte as they race side by side. DeVries now your new race leader off of turn 4.
Off of turn number 4 into turn number 1. Bolte's not going to let her have it that easily. Side by side for the third place spot. Now we're side by side for the race lead once again. Bolte to the inside of DeVries. Now Kyle Reed has the third place spot as Bolte bobbles. Now Reed's going to go around to the outside. Bolte calls no joy. He's in the infield. Something wrong with the 29X.
Yeah, a little bit of sparks underneath the hood of that 29X machine. He pulls in. Kyle Reed up to that second place spot now in the 38S machine. Katie DeVries, your race leader, Osler to the outside of Vandekeep now for that third place spot. As we work to the apex of turns 3 and 4, now off of turn 4. DeVries still your race leader. Kyle Reed trying to play catch up. Osler now into that third place spot.
Third place spot now going to the 07 of Osler as he's going to look farther ahead. Will they get the second place spot down the back straightaway? He's going to knock on the back door, Kyle Reed. Reed, you've got company, and that company is an 07 car to the high side.
As Osler, she's going to look down to the back bumper of the 38S of Kyle Reed. Katie DeVries not knowing what's going on behind her. As Osler now falls back a little bit. Vandekeep trying to mount her run on the top 4. Daniel Isker about to come lap traffic here shortly. As DeVries still with your race lead.
Little bobble out of DeVries going through turns 3 and 4. Did not hinder her too much as Kyle Reed's trying to find anything again to catch up to DeVries off of turn number 2. That is Osler looking in the third spot, trying to catch up to Reed. Osler now catching the back bumper of Reed once again into turn number 3, running that high side, keeping the momentum up. We're going to have a battle here very shortly.
Isker going to lap down now to Katie DeVries as you've got Kyle Reed, Brooke Osler doing battle now for that second place spot as they come off of turn 2. The 07 car finding some speed this week. Behind the wheel, a little bit of smoke looking to the outside of Reed. He'll bobble in turn number 4 as Reed secures that second place spot now in 1.
That's going to open the door for Vandekeep to catch back up to the 07 of Osler. Osler bobbles once again through turn 2. That's still going to open the door for Vandekeep to catch back up. So closing the gap between 3 and 4, but opening the gap between second and third. Katie DeVries, you're still in your race here.
2 laps to go now for the 8K driver out of Spencer, Iowa. As it is Kyle Reed in second, Osler in third. Vandekeep your top 4. Sloss into the top 5 now in the 46S machine. White flag gonna fly this time by Katie DeVries, your race leader now as they work off of turn number 4 into turns 1 and 2 now. Osler trying to mount another charge on the 38S of Kyle Reed. Now the back stretch for the final time into turns 3 and 4. Katie DeVries, she's gonna go back to back here in Worthington, Minnesota. Katie DeVries, checkered flag. Kyle Reed second, Brooke Osler in third, followed by Zach Vandekeep in that 4th place spot and a top 5 finish for the old Paw Patrol machine, the 46S of Jared Sloss. Quite the action here in the feature for your Sebasma Graphics IMCA Compacts. And Katie DeVries will go back to victory lane 2 for 2 here on the season thus far for that 8K machine. As she climbs out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, let her hear ya. Katie DeVries, back-to-back feature wins here at the Worthington Speedway. Ryan?
Katie, welcome back to Victory Lane. How was that run from the back of the pack?
Yeah, it was a little interesting.
Well, you sure made a show along with the rest of the fast folk out there.
It was fun getting to the front, battling with Bolte for a little bit. Glad to see a lot of these new guys coming to the track. Hope we get some more cars the rest of the season.
Now, did you feel any pressure back there from Bolte and Reed as they were trying to get back up to you?
I mean, I guess I didn't really know who. I mean, there was a lot of, lap traffic.
Well, who do you have to thank to get you your victory lane again?
Jay and Nova for sure, and my fans and family and sponsors.
Well, congratulations once again. Welcome back to Victory Lane, and go on and celebrate with your family there. Katie DeVries, your feature winner in the Sport Compacts.
Ladies and gentlemen, as they come out of turn number 4, your final A feature of the night. They're going to come out fighting when the bell rings. Ladies and gents, these are your Wild Things, your dance painting IMCA hobby stocks. Green flag will fly on our final A main event of this Memorial Day weekend race. A big thank you to RadioWorks and MediaWorks sponsoring tonight's races. Find them at myradioworks.net. Don't stop the rock, but we want to start the green flag here off of turn number 4. Bussinger, Daly, green is out, we're underway.
Green is out indeed, and Bussinger is going to be your early race leader. Down low into turn number 1 as Ernie Daly's going to ride the high side. Bussinger gets the early race lead. Early advantage. Now it's going to be Ross to the low side of Daly with Malik Sampson right behind him.
Ross now the inside of Daly looking for second as Daly tries to find a Daly double. Get on off of turn number 4. Bussinger still with your race leader, Ross, and it is a Daly still side by side for second. Malik Sampson, Blake Lunenberg, last week's feature winner into the top 5.
3 wide deep in the field with Grotwald, Krug, and now we're almost looking 4 wide off of turn number 4. Everybody thinks better of it. Oh, little contact on the front straightaway. Jay DeVries hard in the wall, but we're going to stay clean and green.
Stay clean and green indeed as Ernie Daly down to the back bumper of the 01G and Gavin Bussinger. Problems for the 8J of Jay DeVries as he's trying to get that car to rotate now in the corner. Possibly messed up the toe a little bit on the right side suspension. Bussinger down on the low side and Daly still working the top side. Blake Lunenberg up to that 4th place spot around Malik Sampson as Lunenberg trying to go back to back here in 2 weeks.
Lunenberg would love to go back to back and make it a family affair of victories tonight here at the Worthington Speedway. Daly's going to look to the high side of Bussinger down off of turn number 2. He's got a little bit of run, tucks tail behind Bussinger as Ross now looks to the inside of Daly, looking to get by him in turn number 3.
John Ross shot out of a cannon in turn number 2, looks to the inside and possibly wants a piece of the race lead, but Daly says not so fast. You're going to have to battle with me for that 2nd place spot first. Ross on the bottom side of the racetrack. Daly with a better advantage off of turn number 2. As Lunenberg there as well. There comes the 18 Ella Larson into the mix with Sampson. As we work now off of turn 4, Bussinger, followed by Daly, Ross, Lunenberg, and Sampson, your top 5.
It's not a single file freight train like we've seen in the past with some of the other classes. We got battles all over the racing surface. Low to the inside, Ross goes. Daly up on the high side. We got a pack of 5 cars battling for 1 position almost as we got to throw a blanket over the top 3.
As Bussinger still works the inside, Ross way down on the inside and almost getting the tires. As here comes Daly. Daly to the outside of the 01G now into turns 3 and 4. Ross a tap to the rear of the 01G machine. Does Daly have the momentum? No, he does not. Bussinger still your race leader.
Don't count out Lunenberg as he has now caught the top 3. And that 18L of Parker Larson's got company with Malik Sampson to the high side, squeezes up against the wall. Malik has to think better of it, now has Gromwald to the inside. A pack of 4 cars battling for that race lead, still rages on.
Blanket from first on back, now the Bussinger still working the bottom side of the racetrack, pushes up a little bit, is at the opening that Daly needs. Daly now to the outside rear quarter, tries to pull door to door with him. He'll do so now in a turn 3 and 4. Can Daly keep the momentum and tires underneath of him? As Bussinger finds a bite on the bottom side of the racetrack. Lunenberg side by side with Ross now for that 3rd place spot as they work into turns 1 and 2.
Through turns 1 and 2, it's 2 by 2 by 2 by 1. Gromwald sitting there, the first singles car back as he's trying to find his way back around Malik Sampson. Side by side for your race lead. As Ross is going to look to the low side, Bussinger. But Daly gets the high side run around the outside. Daly, your new race leader.
Daly, your new race leader, is Bussinger at contact with Ross in turns 1 and 2. Jaden Strandberg in the infield. His night will be done. Lunenburg up to that third place spot now as he's going to take a peek underneath of the 01 Gia Bussinger. As Daly with your race lead, Bussinger back to second, Lunenburg, Ross, and Larson now in the top 5 of the 18L.
Don't count Larson out as he has found something up on the high side as he's going to try and chase down Ross for that position. Battle for 4th ranges on as Larson's going to hit the high side. Lets the tail slide way high as Malik Sampson's got to look to the low side of Larson now. Battle rages off for the position as now it looks like Blake Lunenburg's going to look to the low side. 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. Let the dust fly as they come off of turn number 2. Daly has the race lead. Bussinger followed by Lunenburg, Ross, and it looks like Larson on the outside. 1 lap to go for Daly.
Ernie Daly looking for the Daly race win as it comes off of turn number 2. Has the position ahead of Bussinger. Blake Lunenburg looking for any possibility to get by Bussinger for second and maybe something else. But off of turn number 3 and 4, the 14 of Ernie Daly will be your feature winner in the IMCA Hobby Stocks. Second goes to Bussinger, then it's going to be Blake Lunenburg, Ross, Sampson, Larson, Gromwald, and Schilling. What a race all race long. Your top spots were not letting each other go at all. Sampson going to roll up and give the congratulations to Daly as they come down the front straightaway. Let them hear you, race fans. Ernie Daly earning that race win. He's going to roll her down into victory lane and have a chat with Scotty Young here in a moment. Have a visit with Stubby and all his family and friends.
Well, Ryan, down here in victory lane with Ernie Daly, and well, you made the high side work to get the pass on Gavin. What was going through your mind when you say, hey, this high line's actually working?
I'm just going to hit all my marks. I was just trying to not mess up.
That's a good goal. Good goal indeed.
Well, I'm just excited here. That's really cool.
Who do you got to thank for this victory here tonight?
My wife and my family and all my sponsors, Shannon Moore, Gene Moore, for letting us use her house, just everyone that helped, Scott Sanitation, Neil Clark Construction, Mojo Logistics, Johnny One's Barbecue.
So Ernie Daly.
Wanda Daly.
So Ernie Daly putting it in victory lane here tonight on a hard-fought hobby stock feature win.